Swami Dayananda Saraswati, I had the fortunate to have his blessings personally and to have attended his lectures, powerful lectures that will inspire you, that will motivate you, that will make you a great person. And he started this ashram in Anaikatti, as we were telling that Adi Shankara தான் institution முதல்ல ஆரம்பிச்சது, ஃபியூச்சரை பற்றி ஏற்பாடு பண்ணது. அந்த ஆனைக்கட்டி ஆசிரமத்தில் Swamiji is from Gujarat, born in 1962. He did his engineering. Swamiji பார்த்தா அப்படி தெரியுறதா உங்களுக்கு? He did his engineering. He had the Brahmachari Diksha in 1989 and he studied in Rishikesh. And he was blessed with sannyasa in the year 1997 by Swami Dayananda Saraswati Swamiji himself. And he was Acharya from 1994 to 2014 in the ashram founded by Puja Swamiji Dayananda Saraswati at Bengaluru. And he is from 2014 he is in Anaikatti ashram, and they have 3 months course, 3-year residential course, 108 days residential course on Bhagavad Gita, Tattva Bodha, 2 residential courses on Vedanta. In 2022 they started. They have traditional classes, retreat, and the basic goal or the objective of that ashram is to help people to utilize this human birth. நீங்கள்லாம் கோயம்புத்தூரில் இருந்து பெரிய ஃபார்ச்சுனேட், ஆனைக்கட்டி ஆசிரமத்தில் ஏதாவது ஒரு கோர்ஸ் படிச்சிட்டிங்கன்னா நம்ம லைஃபே மாறிடும். அவர் எங்களுடைய ரெக்வெஸ்ட்டுக்காக ஐ விசிட்டட் சாமிஜி 1 year பேக் அண்ட் செட் இந்த வருஷம் இட் இஸ் அ கோல்டன் ஜூப்ளி இயர். என்ன வருஷம் கொண்டாடின்னு இருக்கோம்? எதுக்காக இந்த அக்கேஷன்? 50th year ஆஃப் சன்னியாசா. எந்த சுவாமிஜி தெரியுமா? அதை பற்றிலாம் ஒன்றும் சொல்லலையா உங்களுக்கு? பாரதி தீர்த்த மகாஸ்வாமிகள் யார்? Shankaracharya of Sringeri Sharada Peetham. Sringeri Sharada Peetham, who established? இவங்கள யங்ஸ்டர்ஸ்லாம் சொல்லணும், டவுட் இருக்கு. இஸ் ராங்கா ரைட்டா அவர் சொல்கிறது? Adi Shankara. Adi Shankara established 4 Peethas in 4 corners of India based on 4 Vedas. அதில் present Shankaracharya is named Jagadguru Sri Vidyatheertha Mahaswamin. அவருடைய 50 years our sannyasa ஆனதை to observe, utilize that occasion, we are having this. என்ன பண்ண பார்க்குறோம்? To understand the teachings of all of us are going to become leaders one day or other, at least at home. இல்லையா? Women will become leaders at home generally, correct? So leaders, we should have leadership qualities. The leadership qualities, let us get it from the perspective of Adi Shankara, from the teachings of Adi Shankara, from the life of Adi Shankara, the learnings from Adi Shankara, the leadership qualities. And if we become a leader based on Adi Shankara's teachings, it will be a very successful leader. We will have compassion, we will have the ability to guide people on dharmic way. So we are extremely grateful to Swamiji to have come all the way, and our sincere apologies for the delay. And as per the original schedule, we should have started this session at 11 o'clock. Since the flight got delayed, Honorable Justice could not reach here in time. So naturally the other sessions got delayed. So let us first hear, and at the end of this, idhil golden opportunity, idella kadaikkadu, idella thiruppi kadaikkadu life la. So ninga இந்த செஷனை யூஸ்ஃபுல்லாக பண்ணணும்னா நம்ம கையில் இருக்குது. ஃபஸ்ட்டு லிசன் பண்ணணும், நோட்ஸ் எடுத்துக்கணும், then we should ask questions. So with these few words, on behalf of Sringeri Shankar Mutt, Coimbatore, and Sri Vidyatheertha Foundation, it's my great pleasure and with profound respect I welcome Swami G. And I would like to convey at this point is this what Sannidhanam has asked me to convey. He was so happy that Swami G has accepted to come, number one. Second thing he has conveyed is blessings of Sri Mahasannidhanam to Swami G. So with these few words, I welcome Swami G to take over.
सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। यस्य कृपाकटाक्षाभ्यां शुभं सर्वं प्रवर्तते दयाराशिं दयानन्दं वन्देऽहं सादरं मुदा। आदौ महासन्निधानानां श्रृंगेरी शारदा पीठाधीशानां श्री भारती तीर्थ महास्वामिनां चरणकमलयोः पुनः पुनः नमामि। श्री सन्निधानानां श्री विदुशेखर भारती स्वामिनां श्री चरणयोः भूयः भूयः नमामि। Ellarukkum vanakkam. My namaskaram to all of you. I don't know much Tamil, so only few sentences I know. We are here to dwell upon the glory of Sri Adi Shankaracharya Ji. Traditionally, we do not refer to Shankaracharya Ji as a Shankara, etc. We always refer to him as Adi Shankaracharya, Bhagavad Padacharya or Bhagavan Bhashyakara. And his life was very short, but in the short span of his life, he revived our Hindu Dharma, which is originally called Vedic Dharma. Let us know this, that the real name of our Dharma is Vedic Dharma. Hindu Dharma was the name given by others. Real name is Vedic Dharma, otherwise called Sanatana Dharma. Why is it called Vedic Dharma? Because our Dharma is based on Vedas. And this Vedic Dharma, which was not in a very good condition when Shankaracharya Ji was born. And at very early age, he took sannyasa. He learnt under Govinda Padacharya for a very short span. And under the instruction of his Shankaracharya Ji's Guru Govinda Padacharya Ji, Shankaracharya Ji went to Kashi, and there he had discussion with so many acharyas, and he established the Advaita Siddhanta, that the vision that reality is only one, based on the Vedas. And then he went further up to Badrinath, and there he wrote the commentaries on the Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita and Brahma Sutra. And afterwards, he travelled all over the country, establishing the supremacy of our Vedic Dharma. and he revived the religious practices in different temples. And he taught this Vedanta and other Dharma Shastras to common public and so many great scholars. And when he was 32, he left his body, but before that, he established 4 mathas in the 4 directions. One of them is our Sringeri Sharada Peetham. We have learnt about Shankaracharya ji, and we have generally seen him as a great son. He was a very devoted son. He was a great disciple. He was a great teacher. He was a great author. This is how we used to look upon him. But because of this invitation, I got the opportunity to look upon Shankaracharya ji as a great leader as well. Otherwise, we don't think him in terms of a great leader. We think him in terms of a great teacher, a Jnananishta Acharya. But this gave me the opportunity that how great leader he was effortlessly, spontaneously. And I was contemplating upon the leadership quality he exhibited, he expressed in his life. The first leadership quality is a great leader should have a mission with vision. It should not be personal ambition. A great leader does not work for personal ambition. Great leader works for mission with vision. And when vision is the well-being of the totality, then the mission can be fulfilled very easily, because the totality will provide whatever is necessary to fulfill, to accomplish the mission. So the first quality, leadership quality, is the mission with vision. And Shankaracharya ji had this mission of reviving our Vedic Dharma, and he had clear vision how to do it. Whatever required to do it, he did it. He met different scholars. He re-established some temples. He revived some temples. He revived the Shanmata. So whatever required to be done, he did it. So he had vision and mission and implementation plan. And that quality of a great leader he expressed through his life. Second quality of a great leader is inclusiveness. A great leader is the one who includes maximum people in accomplishing the mission. When your mission is very great, very big, you cannot exclude anybody. You have to include even your opponent. And that is what Shankaracharya ji did. Even he went to Kumarila Bhatta, who was a great Mimamsaka, and Shankaracharya ji has dismissed the views of Mimamsa in his Bhashyam, in this commentary. But he did not have any inhibition in going to him and asking for his help. So second quality of a great leader is inclusiveness. Our present Prime Minister keeps talking about it, Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas. You include all. Whenever you want to attain very big things, don't bring your ego in the picture. You go to all the parties, all the stakeholders, include them. That is the quality of a great leader. Include all. Let there be inclusive approach, not exclusive. Third quality of a great leader is effective communication. A great leader is the one who is able to communicate his vision in the most effective manner. And Shankaracharya ji communicated his vision in such a way that he could inspire so many people. And we can see his communication skill through his commentary called Bhashyam. His Bhashyam is called Prasanna Gambhiram, very pleasant and very profound. That is the greatness of communication. Any communication should be simple, clear, cogent, and it should be communicating. It should not be meant for impressing the audience. It should be meant for communicating the ideas. And we can see that communication skill in Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji. So he was a great communicator. In his Bhashyam we see, and another principle of communication, that even if you disagree with your opponent, but you disagree in a respectful manner. So Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji, when he writes his commentary, even his opponent he will say, Satyam, yes, in a way you are right, but certain points are to be seen. So whenever we disagree in communication, we disagree in a very agreeable manner. That is what Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji showed through his Bhashyam, and I am sure in his speech he showed that. When he had a debate with the Vishwarupa, Mandana Mishra, he was having very respectful approach. And that is the sign of effective, masterly communication. So effective communication, which is a quality of a great leader, he exhibited through his life. Another quality of a great leader is team building. Team building is very important for a great leader, because some great leader, they themselves are great leaders, but they are not able to produce effective leaders. And team building is possible only when you learn to delegate. Some people, they cannot delegate. Everything they hold on, they keep everything in their hands. Then you cannot create leaders. And they are afraid that their followers will commit mistakes. Great leaders are those who allow his followers to learn from their mistakes. And Shankaracharya ji delegated this responsibility of carrying forward to his disciples. So he was a great team builder. And one principle of team building is, generally people say, divide and rule. That is what Britishers used to do that. But great leaders are those who do not believe in this policy of divide and rule. They will say, cooperate. You cooperate, unite, and have this goal. Unite and accomplish goal. That is their policy. Divide and rule is not the policy. Unite and accomplish goal. That is the policy. And Shankaracharya ji believed in that. And therefore he tried to bring the harmony among his disciples. So this is the quality of a great leader. And one more quality we see, management quality or leadership quality, is time management. In the lifespan of 32 years, what he achieved may not be achieved by the people who lived for 100 years. And that he could do well because he had great quality of time management. And one important principle of time management is, you set your priorities well. You plan your priorities properly and execute as effectively as possible. Then you can achieve so much in a short span of life. And that is what Shankaracharya ji did. So we can learn that within a short span, how great things you can achieve. So time management also he taught. And one last quality which I would like to share, and that is self-management. You can manage others only when you are able to manage yourself. If you are having self-mastery, then only you can be effective manager. And self-mastery means you have mastery over your speech. You speak very deliberately. You don't blurt out something which you have to regret later on. So Shankaracharya ji expressed this quality, self-management. He did not get provoked in any situation. That is the part of self-management. You have mastery over your emotions. You have mastery over your organs. There is no indulgence. Being a sannyasi, he was embodiment of vairagyam. And when you have mastery over your organs, organ of speech and all other organs, you are not slave to your organs, then only you can have mastery over others. Before having the mastery or management of others, one needs to have mastery over oneself. So self-management is an important requirement for managing anybody. And that is what Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji expressed through his life. So all these leadership qualities we can see in the life of Shankaracharya ji, and therefore from his life we learn to be a leader with the mission, having a clear vision. We can learn to be a great communicator. We can learn to be inclusive. We can learn to be a team builder. And we can learn to be a person of self-management. These are the qualities I could think of Shankaracharya ji. And let us learn from his life. And these qualities he expressed very effortlessly. And he did not have any selfish agenda. He did it for the well-being of totality. In fact, in our tradition, he is looked upon as the avatara, the incarnation of Lord Shiva. From that we can see, because he did not have any personal agenda, he lived for the well-being of totality. So on this day, we offer our namaskara to the feet of Adi Shankara and all the acharyas of the Shankaracharya parampara, and learn from his life. This is what I wanted to share, and I wanted to make it brief so that I don't bombard with a big talk. And if you have any question, you can ask. Om. Yeah, if they have question, they need not.
And how is it Sanatana?
Okay.
And how does it imbibe leadership qualities
Okay. Yes.
to the Laukikas?
As I said, the question must be clear. He asked what is Vedika Dharma, how it is Sanatana. Vedika Dharma, as I said, is the Dharma which is based on Vedas. What is Vedas? Vedas are the fundamental scriptures of Indian culture, our Dharma. Vedas are not authored by, created by any human beings. They are received from the Lord through the rishis, through the seers like Vishwamitra Rishi, Vasishtha Rishi. So we have so many rishis through whom we receive these Vedas. And these Vedas are 4 in numbers. You must be knowing Rig Veda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, Atharva Veda. And these Vedas have got 2 parts. The first part is dealing with Dharma. What is our Dharma? And Dharma has got 3 aspects. One is duties. Everybody is playing some role, and every role has got some script. Like if you are a student, so what is the duty of the student is given in Shastra: commitment to the study, serving the parents, serving the teachers. All these are the duties of a student. Similarly, what is the duty of a householder? So this is the first aspect of Dharma. So Dharma is consisting of duties. Everybody has got some duties. Second aspect of Dharma is values: honesty, non-violence, straightforwardness. All these values are the second aspect of Dharma. And the third aspect of Dharma is attitude. Our culture is a reverential culture. In our culture, we treat everything with respect, reverence. Even a 1 rupee note, we don't step on. Even the book, school book also we don't step on. Even if we step on by mistake, we beg pardon. That is the culture of reverence, and this is the attitude towards everything. And when we do our action, we offer our action to the Lord. This is the attitude. And whatever result we receive it as a prasada coming from the Lord. This is attitude. So these are the 3 aspects of dharma. Dharma means what is to be done. Duties, attitude and values. That constitute dharma. And this dharma is not started on a particular day. It has been given to us since the beginning of creation, and therefore it is called Sanatana Dharma. Sanatana means everlasting. Tana means lasting, Sanata means everlasting. That which is lasting forever is called Sanatana Dharma. It may be having different magnitude, different expressions as time passes, but the core principles of our dharma, they never change. And therefore our dharma, which is called Vedic dharma, is called Sanatana Dharma. And Sanatana Dharma does not mean a particular faith. A person who is following the puja of Shiva also is Sanatana Dharma. Person who is following Vishnu, this is also Sanatana Dharma. So Sanatana Dharma is very broad. It allows all forms of worship. And that is very, very broad-minded. It is very, very accommodative. We do not believe in converting anybody. We do not have fanaticism. We allow everybody to be as they are. That is the greatness of Sanatana Dharma. But unfortunately, our goodness, our broad-mindedness was considered to be weakness. And because of that, some wrong things happened, and that we need to correct, and that is what we are doing nowadays. Yes. Yes.
How does it build leadership qualities?
Yes.
How does it build leadership qualities?
Sanatana Dharma is always highlighting that let us learn to live in harmony with totality. So Sanatana Dharma says, you take care of yourself, but never neglect, never overlook the well-being of totality. And therefore Sanatana Dharma gives you a broad vision of life. It invokes this selflessness, and it also helps you to develop values. And in life, when you are following the values and duties, you cannot but be a great leader. When you are conscious of your duties and you do your duties well with values and good attitude, you will definitely be a good leader. A good leader is the one who follows the script of his role and follows values and proper attitude. And how Dharma, by teaching us all 3 of them, it will make everybody a good leader. And in our Sanatana Dharma, always this point is highlighted, that every elder should set an example to the younger ones. Yadyada charati shreshtaha tatta devetaro janaha. So there was a great emphasis that all elders, all teachers, all parents should lead in such a way that the next generation learn from their life, not mere teaching. Your life should be an example for others to follow. That point is highlighted in our Sanatana Dharma. Therefore, it would create leadership. Yes. Yeah, please.
Namaskaram, Swami G.
Yes.
Basically, I am an environmental engineer. I would like to know what is scientific spirituality.
Yes. Spirituality, people have got so many misconceptions. People think that growing beard is spirituality, going to the ashram is spirituality, or all the time remaining in meditative state is spirituality, wearing mala is spirituality. All these are not really spirituality. A spiritual person may do some of the things, but all these things do not make you a spiritual person. The word spiritual is derived from spirit, which is a very approximate translation, inaccurate translation of the word self. The word spiritual is derived from self. So spiritual means related to the self. So a person who is committed to inner self growth, which will lead to the discovery of true self, that is called spirituality. So commitment to inner growth leading to the self discovery is called spirituality. Person can wear pants, person can remain at home. You need not come to the ashram. Remaining at home, wearing whatever normal dress you are wearing, going to work or going to college, whatever you are doing, you can be spiritual if you have got commitment to inner growth. And it is, some people have this, combine this with scientific. The word scientific is to be understood properly. If scientific means the rational approach, then we can say the scientific spirituality means the spirituality with rational approach, not getting carried away by some mysticism or carried away by some emotions, some feelings. Leading one's life based on rational thinking, having the commitment to inner growth and self-discovery, that can be called scientific spirituality. But really speaking, one thing one needs to know, that we need not be so much obsessed with everything being scientific. That is our problem. In fact, people are trying now that our Vedas are scientific. You must have heard that our Vedas are scientific. Let me tell you one thing. Vedas are not scientific. Some of you might be shocked. Vedas are not scientific. In fact, Vedas should not be scientific, need not be scientific. You know who are calling Vedas as scientific? Those who do not know science very well, those who do not know Vedas very well, that half-baked people. Those who have got little bit knowledge of science, little bit knowledge of Vedas, they alone are calling Vedas are scientific. Vedas are not scientific. Let me tell you very clearly. Scientific means, you know what is the meaning of scientific? Something which is established by the methods and principle of science, that is called scientific.
Invented.
And the methods and principle of scientific is that it should be available for experimentation, it should be available for hypothesis, theorizing and repeated experiment, confirmation, etc. Whereas the essential teaching of Vedas is not available for such scientific experimentation. In fact, Vedas need not be. Why should Vedas come to your level and remain under the scrutiny of science? Science is very great. In fact, I love science. I respect science. But science has got its own area. Science is working based on the perception and inference. So science has got its own area. Vedas have got their own areas. You should not combine them. Like my eyes, even though they are very powerful, but my eyes cannot hear sound. However powerful my eyes cannot hear sound. So eyes are only perceiving the objects which has got forms and color. Eyes cannot see sound. My ears cannot see the colors. They have got different spheres, different area of operation. So we should not mix up two. What is scientific is not available for, is not meant for revealed by Vedas. And what is revealed by Vedas is need not be and cannot be scientific. Therefore, scientific we need not be too much obsessed about. We need not have the pressure to prove our Vedas to be scientific so that they will be acceptable. We need not have that urge, that pressure that I have to tell Vedas are scientific so that this present generation will accept it. Let them not accept. Let us make them understand that Vedas need not be scientific to be great. Even though they are not scientific, still they are great. But one thing let me tell you, Vedas are not scientific does not mean Vedas are unscientific. Means Vedas are not revealing something which can be disproved by science. Vedas are not talking something which can be disproved by science. And Vedas are not revealing something which can be proved by science. The subject matter of Vedas is that which cannot be proved by science, which cannot be disproved by science. So it is neither scientific nor it is unscientific. It is trans-scientific. It is ascientific. That particular thing we need to do. Yes.
Thank you very much, Swami G. My humble submission from your explanation, understanding what I understood was,
Yes.
science is a subset of spirituality. Science is a subset of spirituality. Am I correct?
We need not say that.
Subset. So
No.
whole set is spirituality.
Can you say your eyes are subset of your ears?
Yeah.
Can you say?
No, it's not. It's
That's what.
independent.
Can you say, let me ask you, your eyes, are they subset of your ears? Can you say?
Whole.
Eyes.
Subset of whole.
No. Just as your eyes are not subset of your ears,
Yeah.
because eyes have their own field of operation. Your ears have got their own field of operation. Therefore, one is not the subset of the others. So, we need not say science is the subset of this spirituality or spirituality is subset of. They are different area of operations.
Okay.
So, we need not have the pressure. Both of them can help each other. Scientific examples can be used to explain the spirituality, and if spiritual approach is there in your scientific research, you will be a better scientist. Spiritual approach will make you a better scientist, better leader. But we do not say that spirituality is subset of science or science is subset of spirituality. That is a wrong representation by some people who want to present Vedas as scientific, etc. It is not true.
My humble submission is, through science we can invent.
Huh?
Through science we can invent so many things.
Yes.
Through spirituality we cannot invent. We can create. We cannot create. That is created by the God or nature, whatever it is. So creation different from the invention. That's my submission.
The spirituality is not really creating thing. Spirituality is revealing what is creation.
Creation as a whole, nature.
Whole creation.
Yeah, we cannot create.
What creation is. What is the truth of this creation? What is your connection with that, the truth of creation?
That Atma and nature.
Yeah. And it makes you free from all bondages, all pressure. That is the job of spirituality.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Then another one small question. What is the difference between soul and spirit?
Soul and?
Spirit.
Soul and spirit.
Yeah.
See, in our Shastra, we do not use the word soul or spirit. We use the word Atma, the self. And what they call as soul, we have equivalent word Sukshma Sharira, the subtle body, which is there behind your gross body. And when a person dies, what departs from the gross body means the bodies which you are seeing. So what departs from the gross body is generally called soul by people, soul departed. So equivalent to the soul in our scripture is subtle body, which is consisting of 17 parts. And that soul alone is sometimes called spirit. And in our Shastra, we do not have such word for soul and spirit. But equivalent term we have is Sukshma Sharira. Yes.
Thank you very much, sir.
Namaskaram. Can you elaborate, Swamiji, what is the role or broad angle role of Arsha Vidya Gurukulam in enhancing the leadership qualities of students community and those who are young and those who are the future generations to take care of Sanatana Dharma? Thank you.
The main activity of Arsha Vidya Gurukulam. Let me explain the word Arsha Vidya Gurukulam. Gurukulam means really residence of Guru. Means a place where Guru stays. And where Guru is staying, learning will take place. So Gurukulam can roughly be translated as learning center. Learning what? Arsha Vidya. Vidya means knowledge. Arsha means that which is given by rishis. So Arsha Vidya Gurukulam means a place of learning the knowledge which is imparted by the rishis in the form of our Vedas and Veda based scriptures. That is what Arsha Vidya Gurukulam is. So we are having long term courses like 3 year, 1 year, etc. And there we teach Vedanta, chanting, Sanskrit. But over and above, recently we have started the program of training the teachers of college. So the college teachers from Shankar Polytechnic, they come to our ashram and our Swami G train them how to teach value education, how to give value education to the students. So we train the teachers, have workshop for 1 day, and also we invite the students to the Gurukulam and we give them value educations. And our Swami Ji goes there to the college and give talks. And some opportunity there, I also sometimes go. But generally I am busy with the residential courses. But mainly we give education. And we have some hostel which is founded by Pujya Swami Ji, organization called Aim for Seva. And from that hostels also children come and we give them whatever value education we can give. So in whatever way we can train these students who are our future generation in value education, in our Dharma, so that they become good citizens, good leaders. Yes.
See, I have been visiting AVG for last 8-9 years, almost every month or twice in a month. But often I have seen only elderly people, senior citizens who are taking up these courses. I have seen only a very, very handful of people who are in their, say, 20s or 30s. So what is that you are planning to do to attract the young minds who are in schools and colleges or who have finished their studies and who wants to pursue their higher education or step into the life?
Yeah, I think, see, I being a sannyasi, I myself cannot go to the college and tell, please organize my talk. So I believe in yadricha labha santushtaha. So when occasion arises, I welcome it and I go to the organizer. Like Avinashalingam College, they invited me, I went there. In their valedictory function, I went there. So when occasion arises, we do it. You are right that most of the time elderly people are there. But for your information, the course, residential course which I am running now, I am conducting now, we have got majority of youngsters than elderly people. I invite you to visit our Gurukulam and see it. Yes.
Okay. Nandri.
All right. Shall we conclude?
Any more questions?
Namaskara.
Yeah.
Mama namaha 𝐒𝐴𝐻𝐺𝐻. Swamiji, I just wanted to ask, when you mentioned about the leadership qualities of, say, Adi Shankara Padar, you mentioned about the mastery of self. You said about he never got provoked when someone said anything to him. So he being an avatara, it would be something which he need not strive to do, that he is complete. He is a complete being who need not be said, but we as a human, I as a person of in my 20s or 30s, if someone says like, don't get provoked, that itself turns out to be a statement of provocation. When my parents says like, don't get angry, I get angry, okay, I won't get angry. So in this situation, how can I invoke that leadership quality, and how can I take Adi Shankara as my inspiration? I can't sit in a meditation. If I take the Japamala, my thought goes to America. I can't do it. So what is the easy, like not easy, what is the way to get this quality since I am not an avatara?
Correct. Okay. See, that's, if you remember, if you noticed, I talked about Shankaracharya being avatar at the end only. I didn't want to deify him, because I know that moment I say Shankaracharya is Shiva's avatara, you will always say he was avatara, therefore he can do, we cannot do it. Human being has this tendency to escape from responsibility. Therefore, better we look upon Shankaracharya ji as a great person. He was a great person and he expressed whatever is humanly possible. And see, first of all, if you want to have the mastery over your emotions in terms of anger management, generally I talk about three things one has to start with. First of all, any quality or any mastery I want to develop, first of all I should accept that it is possible to have mastery over anger. So the first thing is accepting the sense of possibility. If I think that it is not possible to master the anger, you will never do it. You will prove yourself right, because you yourself told it is not possible. So the first thing in any pursuit of achieving any change in life, first thing is accept the possibility. I can have anger management. It is possible. First thing. Second thing is, I would like to have. Sometimes we are not very sure that anger management is good or not. Some people say, no, anger should be there. If that type of mind frame is there, then you will not be able to achieve. So, second thing is, you need to be convinced that I really want to have this quality, this self-mastery. I want to have anger management. So, the second thing is, I need to see the beauty, the significance of what I want to achieve. I should be convinced that I would like to have. So first thing, it is possible to have. Second thing is, I would like to have. And the third thing is, I am ready to sacrifice whatever needs to be sacrificed to attain that quality. It's like paying the price. Whatever you value in your life, you should be ready to pay the price. If you say, I want to manage my anger, but I don't want to give up this, I don't want to give up this, I don't want to give up this, then you will not be able to achieve. So the third thing is, you should be ready to sacrifice, you should be ready to do whatever is required to attain that quality. So these three things one needs to take care in the beginning. This sense of possibility, conviction that I want to have it, and third is the readiness to sacrifice to get that quality. When these three things are there, then only you can proceed. And to attain the mastery, not getting provoked, one needs to see the cause of anger. Why am I getting provoked? I am not getting provoked all the time. So there must be some pattern in your anger. Find out the pattern. Find out these buttons, that what provokes you, and you work on that cause, and you visualize yourself that possible cause which is making me angry, that cause is available, and still I am responding in a calm manner. You visualize. This is called auto-suggestion. So you visualize that situation where you are remaining unprovoked. Another thing is, you pray to Bhagavan, "O Lord, grant me this composure of the mind and be with those people, think of those people who are remaining calm in all provoking situations." So get inspiration from the live people who are having the mastery, at least to great extent. So in this manner, slowly we can get it. It's not overnight thing. It takes time, and we should be ready to wait and work on it. What? There are so many things I told briefly, yes.
Swami G, this is in general. In daily walks of life, we come across many egoistic men and women. And what are the qualities to completely eradicate the ego from oneself? And how do we handle those type of persons? This is in general I am asking. Just can you explain in that?
To handle any person, first of all, you validate the person. Means, in your mind, you have got so much resistance to the person. Why is he like this? We have this, why is he like this? So that resistance from our side should be reduced. First you say that that person has got a background to be whatever that person is. Person is egoistic, person is short-tempered, or person is showing off. Whatever qualities person has, that person has got a background. His past background is such that with that background, that person can be like this only. If you were in his place, with his background, you also would be doing the same thing. It is very difficult to accept. But if you think over, if I were in his place, with his background, I would have behaved in the same manner. So first of you validate the person. You drop your anger to that person. And you do not internalize his or her comments. If that person is shouting at you, or that person is belittling you, or that person is putting other people down, whatever that person is doing, you do not internalize those comments. Means you do not allow those comments to affect you. First you become strong from within. Strong people alone can act. Weak people react. That is the difference. Weak people react, strong people act. What is the difference between action and reaction? Action is something you deliberately do. Reaction is something that happens to you. Anger, nobody do anger. If I ask you, get angry on me, can you get angry now?
No.
But you never get angry.
I do.
So it means anger is something that happens to you. Anger you never do. So anger is not an action. Anger is a reaction. And so everything, every quality which you are talking about, it must be a reaction because of the background of the person. So you try to understand the person, and if that person is ready to listen to you, you slowly guide him without insulting him. If that person is ready. And if you cannot do anything for that person, one thing you always can do, you pray for that person. Yeah. Prayer is the option always available to you. You are never optionless. This is a very great thing our Puja Swami Ji used to say. When you are helpless, ask for help. That is intelligent living. When you are helpless, ask for help. And what is the greatest source of help? Ishvara. So you pray to Bhagavan that let this person behave in a manner which is in harmony with totality. So your prayer for that person will help that person change. But you help him and you accept that person as he is. Puja Swami Ji used to say, Swami Dayananda used to say, that you cannot change anybody. Have you changed anybody in your life? No. So why are we trying? We have already failed several times. We have tried, but we could not change anybody. So, first of all, we give up that agenda that I will be happy only after changing people. That you drop. You give the feeling of acceptance to that person. And in the atmosphere of acceptance and love, that person will change. And first of all, you set an example of goodness. By your example, that person will be inspired to change. You show the beauty of change through your life. When you show the beauty of change, that person will be inspired. But we ourselves don't change, and we want others to change. That type of approach we can reduce.
Thank you.
All right, so we will conclude.
Any questions?
Karma, there are a lot of complicated questions and more clarifications are needed by the younger generations, which we are not able to provide.
Concept of
Concept of karma
yes.
is a fulcrum of Sanatana Dharma. So the younger generations are asking, why is the creation happened with Asuras and Devas? They have the nature in themselves. Why the nature was created like that, in duality, in binary? Why can't everybody be good? Because the very concept is, it started with bad and good. Why this binary exists? Because of which the karma is continuing. And the second question is, as you rightly said, Swami G, can we say that prayer is the only way to eradicate karma, as happened in the case of Markandeya Maharishi and also Satyavan Savitri? Because people say it can only reduce. Why can't the benefit of Satyavan Savitri's history be applicable to me, and whether it is applicable to everybody, or it depends upon the intensity of the prayer? Thank you so much.
You have asked so many questions, so I will answer one or two of them. See, concept of karma is a very big topic. But the essence is, any karma I do can have two types of result. One is visible result, other is invisible result. If I give some donation of 10,000 rupees to someone, visible result is that 10,000 rupees is reduced from my account, 10,000 is increased in his account, and I feel satisfied, that person feels satisfied, he thanks me. But our scriptures talk about one invisible result, and that invisible result of a good action, right action, is called punyam. An invisible result of wrong action, the action which we are not supposed to do, is called papam. And punyam and papam, they are purely based on scriptures. They cannot be seen. People ask this question, youngsters they ask, who has seen punyam, who has seen papam? They are not visible because the very nature of punyam and papam is they are invisible results. Like many things, God particle, if you know about science, God particle nobody has seen. It is available only by inference, so many steps of inference. So, just because something is not visible, we cannot dismiss it. And if you do not accept punyam and papam, there will be so many discrepancies which we cannot explain. Like some child is born with some disease, inborn disease, and some child is born healthy. Why this difference? This difference cannot be accounted for unless we accept punya and papa. And punya papa is the important aspect of law of karma. Law of karma is, if you do right thing, you will be given right result. If you do wrong things, you will be given painful result. That you will be given the result which is conducive for your growth if you do right thing. If you do wrong thing, you will be given this result which will cause suffering, which will take you away from your growth. So this is the law of karma. And people ask this question that why only good things were not made? Why the wrong things were also made? It is not that in the beginning of creation the wrong things and right things were there. They were first time. Even in the previous cycle of creation, good things and wrong things were there. So it is beginningless. This is how it has been there. And in fact, if you had only good things in your life, people will not be able to have any motivation in life. You imagine, our Swami G used to tell a story. Suppose there is a movie. In that movie, there is one brilliant boy who is always first in every exam. He is very good in all games. And he meets a girl who is also very brilliant, who also tops. And both of them that got married. And both the parents were very, very happy. And they got married. They had a child. And that also was brilliant. And that child met another girl, she was also very brilliant. And they got married. And they had a child. And the grandfather is telling, the original hero is telling, wow, he is looking like me, a bright child. And movie ends. Who will see this movie? Tell me. Who will see this movie? Even the director's wife will not see this movie. That's what Pujya Swamiji used to say. So life is worth living because there are some challenges. You imagine, everything goes very, very smoothly. That's why they say in European countries people get bored. Why? Because train comes exactly 1:31. 2-3 passengers they get down. Very silent station. It looks very dead. Whereas you go to Coimbatore railway station, so much commotion is there. That is what life is. And therefore, having this right people and wrong people, that has been there. And that is how this panorama of life is complete. Of course, for that we need not become a wrong person, but that will be there. In your body also, some part will be working well, some part will not be working well. That is how the body is. Everywhere it will be like this. That is what makes the world complete. And therefore, in fact, wrong people alone gives us motivation sometimes, shows the beauty of being good. If everybody is good, you don't see the importance of being good. You see the greatness of good people only when wrong people are there in the background. You know the color contrast. This orange color looks very good if this contrast is there in the form of blue color. If orange is there behind, orange will not look great. So contrast, there is a principle of contrast. So it will be there. And that is how the life is. And it has been there, it will continue to be there. That is how the creation is. All right. So let us conclude. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamivavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.
Swamiji's permission, I will take just few minutes, very important announcements. Swamiji ஒரு கதை சொன்னார், மூவி கதை சொன்னார் இல்லையா, தட் குழந்தை பிறந்திருக்கும் ரெண்டு பேரும், அது சுவாமி தயானந்தாச்சி, few minutes Swamiji, with your permission. Then the Swamiji used to say that she is a PhD in music, that this person PhD in physics, what a combination. And they get married, they get a child, and again both of them become PhD. And one day, and used to add, I remember the story, I have heard it from him. Who will see this movie? A movie means there should be a tree, hero and heroine should go around the tree, one assassin should be chasing the girl, one villain also will be chasing that girl, and they will be going around the tree. That's a movie. Then he will say, don't think Swamiji has seen or seeing movies. I have seen movie in my younger days. I am told the same thing continues. That's the greatest final punch. I have seen movies in my younger days, I am told the same thing continues. So, அந்த மாதிரி பேசிட்டு then you will come. Now, for this today, Vedas are not scientific, need not be scientific. They have different roles. Leadership qualities, the first thing is that selflessness. Spirituality definition, growth of the inner self. Spirituality is not just putting vibhuti, budraksham, etc. But it is not wrong. It is essential, but it is inner growth. View Adi Shankara as human being. Swami G must be knowing, Right Honorable Srinivasa Sastri was there during our freedom movement, gave lectures in Chennai on Ramayana. He analyzed Ramayana as a man. If you analyze Ramayana as a man, you have a scope. If you think Rama is God, you have no scope. God will be only like that. So that lectures on Ramayana book has come. And if you are provoked, analyze the pattern of your anger. And the best thing that was, we had that experience yesterday, always pray to God for the composure of another person and just pray for, you can't change him. Background of the individual to be analyzed, strong people act, reaction comes, anger is a reaction, pray for that person, acceptance. So we are extremely happy that Swami G had taken time and come here, and on behalf of Sringeri Shankar Mutt and on behalf of Sri Vidyatheertha Foundation, the Dharmadhikari of Sringeri Shankar Mutt, Coimbatore will now present to Swami G, and it is only Goddess Sharada's idea.